Children, hope you are all well. I am Jayati Chaudhary. Today we are going to discuss Class 4 English Literature Chapter 2 The Elephant's Child. Everybody please open down page number 13, Chapter 2 The Elephant's Child. In far off times, the elephant did not have a long trunk. He had only a blackish bulgy nose as big as a boot that he could wrinkle about from side to side. But he couldn't pick up things with it. But there was one elephant, an elephant's child, who was full of insatiable curiosity, which means that he asked ever so many questions. This elephant's child lived in Africa, and he asked so many questions that everyone was fed up with him. At a time was there, according to the story, the elephant did not have a long trunk. At that time, they are going to have a blackish bulgy nose that is going to be as big as a boot. We are going to have a story. The story is on an elephant's child who is going to live in Africa. And this elephant's child is going to have insatiable curiosity. Insatiable curiosity means the curiosity which is going to have no ending at all. Or we can say he is not going to be satisfied at all. Why is your neck so long? He asked his ostrich aunt. Mind your own business, she said, spanking him with her hard claw. Why are your eyes so red? He asked his broad aunt, the hippopotamus, and his broad aunt, the hippopotamus, spanked him with a broad hoof. He asked his hairy uncle, the baboon, why millions tested the way they did. Stop irritating me, fella, said he, spanking him with his hairy paw. As you are all going to have aunt and uncle in your house, this elephant child is also having that. His aunt is going to be ostrich, and he is asking to this ostrich aunt that why your neck is so long. Then he is asking to our broad aunt. Who is going to be the broad aunt? The hippopotamus. So as he is asking all nonsense questions, so what they are going to do to him? They are going to slap him at the bottom. He asked his hairy uncle, who is going to be the hairy uncle, baboon. What is asking? Why millions are going to be tested in this way? And what the baboon is telling? Stop irritating me. That means everybody is going to be fed up with him. Now please come to next page. He asked questions about everything he saw, heard, felt, smelled or touched, and all his aunts and uncles spanked him. And still he was full of insatiable curiosity. One fine morning, his old friend, a Kolo bird, flew by. I wonder what the crocodile has for dinner. Kolo bird, he asked, quite familiar with the elephant's child insatiable curiosity. The bird said, go to the banks of the great grey green Limpopo river and find out. So one day, this elephant child is going to ask his old friend, the Kolo bird, then what the crocodile has for dinner. So the Kolo bird is telling, go to the great grey green Limpopo river and see over there. The very next morning, the elephant's child took 100 pounds of bananas and 17 melons and said to all his family members, goodbye. I am going to the great grey green Limpopo river to find out what the crocodile has for dinner. And they all spanked him once more for luck, though he asked them most politely to stop. So next day, after taking 100 pounds of bananas and 17 melons, he went out to see the crocodile. After travelling for many days, eating the bananas and the melons all the way and throwing the pills all over because he could not pick them up, the elephant's child came to the banks of the great grey green Limpopo river exactly as the Kolo Kolo Bard has said. Now, you must understand that till that very week and day and hour and minute, this elephant's child had never seen a crocodile and did not know what a crocodile even looked like. So eating melons, for that was all that was left, and throwing the ring about, for he could not pick it up, he came to the very edge of the great green Limpopo river and trod on what he thought was a log of wood. The log of wood, for that was the crocodile, looked at the elephant and winked one eye like this. Actually, this is the first time the elephant child is going to see to the crocodile. Actually, he doesn't have any idea how the crocodile is going to look like. So please come to next page, page number 15. Excuse me please, but have you seen a crocodile anywhere? The elephant's child asked ever so politely. The crocodile now winked the other eye and lifted his tail out of the mud. Come hither, little one, croaked the crocodile. Why do you ask such good things? I am the crocodile. So, the elephant child is asking to the crocodile only that have you seen crocodile? And the crocodile is telling, I am the crocodile. The elephant's child grew all breathless and panted and kneeled down on the bank and said excitedly, you are the very person I have been looking for all these days. Will you please tell me what you eat for dinner? Come hither, little one, said the crocodile. I will whisper. Then the curious elephant's child put his head down close to the crocodile's musky-tusky mouth and leaned down to hear the answer. So, the elephant child is telling that what you have taken for dinner. At that time, the crocodile is telling, please come closer to me. Then only I can give you the answer. I eat elephants, and snap. A row of big sharp teeth closed around the elephant's little nose, which up to that very weekday, hour and minute had been no bigger than a boat. Much annoyed, speaking through his nose, the elephant cried, let go, you are hurting me. So as the elephant's child came closer to the crocodile, what the crocodile has done? He has got his nose. And now he is going to get hurt, and now this elephant child is telling, please leave me out. So, next class, we are going to discuss the other part of the story. Now, please come to meaning. Number 1, bulging, swelling. Number 2, curiosity, eager to know. Number 3, insatiable, never satisfied. Number 4, familiar, having a good knowledge of. Number 5, pounds, unit of weight. Students, hope you all enjoyed the class. Please read the chapter nicely. Thank you.